everyone, it's me, TheTruckSimAddict, bringing you another Truck Simulator commentary, and today we are doing the 9th part of the ACRF map tour, and in this one we're going to be going from Diang here over. I think I'm going to try and get to Colour, but we might have to stop in Gibuman because I obviously want to try and keep these videos 30 minutes or less in length, and so I need to try and work out what I need to continue. I need to try and work out, like, sort of what's the word? I need to try and work out journey distance, make sure it doesn't drag on too much. So before we leave though, I'm just gonna sleep, and I'm gonna oh, you can't drive through the tree, I don't think. Looks like you can. It's really kind of, it's one of those things where you can't. Where is the sleeping spot on this? I hope there's a sleeping spot. Apparently there's a repair shop. I need to repair my truck. I don't know where to. Let's go and through with camera. That may have a better idea. Right, let's try and find. There's a drain. So that would be the repair shop, I guess. Maybe you can't sleep up here, which is a real shame. But I think if we sleep, I guess we can sleep down thingy, can't we? So if I just try and turn around without jackknifing, there we go. Right, and then we just sort of try not to take down. Good. And then we just. Why are you going so slow? Why are you drive slow? Now where is it? Here we go. Right, press E to rest. So this is sleep. Right, but we need sleep, so that's good. But if this is sleep, then where's repair? My truck is just casually rolling. I see, repair's just behind us. Okay, so let's turn that on and reverse. I'm hoping if I just stop here. No, wait, where? I don't know. No, it is there. It's just, there we go. No, damn it, it's not reverse. There we go. Right, services, repair, $6 grand. Ouch. Right, okay, now let's just get Now let's just go. And there's a few things which I want to talk about in this video. To do with. I'm not even touching a tree this time. Oh no, I am kind of ish. Whoops. How am I going to get around this then? There's a few things. I know if I just reverse it back. There's a car there. No, damn it! I hate this sometimes. Right. Okay. There's a few things which I want to talk about today. Mainly map mods and stuff. No, I don't want to kill those people. So let's see if we can do that. And then that was close. That was extremely close. Right, and then just continue turning. Hopefully we don't lose the trailer or drive into any more trees. There we go. Right, okay. So now we just want to join. Oh god, we're going to join at a dodgy angle. Nope, that failed. How am I going to do this? This is annoying now. Okay. Let's just reverse it up. Where's the trailer going? It's going over there. Damn it. Okay. So the main things which I want to try and talk about is different map mods. Obviously, I guess that would sort of be suitable with me doing the ICRF map mod. And the oh god, I'm gonna try and drive slower on this part to see if I can damage the truck and trailer less. I'm gonna try and do the map mod. I'm gonna try and talk about some map mods, updates on those, because there's one map mod which I've done videos on before. Too fast. There's which has had recent update pictures, and the pictures look really good. So you know that's going to be one thing which I want to mention, because it's just it's great to see different map mods, and because at the moment all the map mods that are out are brilliant. Because like I guess like a month or so ago, UKTS didn't have any map mods at all, and GTS had loads of brilliant ones. GTS has Harry's map, and I think there's Mario's map as well for GTS, and then UKTS had Sparkies and Stoned Rhinos, and that was about it. But now the last like couple of months or whatever, there's been the DFK map mod, which was out just before December, I think, and there was Daniel's map mod and the Indonesia map mod, and they're all really good maps. The DFK map mod is the main one which I want to talk about today, because that's the one which has had oh god, damn it, that cyclist just sort of not bothering to try and pull over and make things easier for me. But the DFK map mod is the main one, because it's had update pictures posted, and I tell you what, he's used new models in that like all the others have, and it just looks it looks really good. I think this time it looks like he's put a lot of effort into it. I'm hoping it's not as buggy as his first one, because his first one was buggy, which is what let it down. I think the ideas behind it and stuff were good, but just it was just too buggy, and some people were like, I don't really want to drive on it because it's that buggy and stuff, you know. So I'm hoping that it's not like that. It's great. I would love for more people to be able to use that, but obviously some people are really just like, well, no, not if it's buggy. And it's kind of like, I guess that sort of thing is down to taste as to whether you want to experience the map and you can handle the bugs, or if you just can't be bothered with the hassle of bugs and you can wait a little bit. But then which is brilliant. And I also want to talk about SES Software's map, which is gonna come out. No, well, the map's gonna come out with the game, so you know. But we went a bit faster. But I just want to talk about the SES Software map for ETS2 because it's sort of, I didn't really cover too much on it in the last video. There's a few bits I looked over it. I looked over the actual map, sort of in between, just after I'd done that video and like the other day, and it was kind of like there was a few things which I noticed, which is a brilliant sort of thing, which just makes the game seem so much better. And if you guys don't check out the SES blog, then I'll post a link in the description of the video. I should do it in every video really now because it's practically all I talk about, but you know, it's kind of like that blog is just brilliant because the updates SES Software post are really good. They're always, because when it first started off they weren't posting the most dramatic updates, they were just sort of, I think they were just showing some screenshots of stuff. But now that the game is nearing completion, it's kind of like they're showing off they're able to show off more of the stuff, like the map and the fuel stations and all of that, and ferry ports and stuff. Although the ferry ports and roadworks and all that were like a few months ago now, but it was still, I guess, a few months ago. Even then, when you think about how long the game has been in creation for, in development for, it really begs to makes you think, well, hang on, that's not, a few months is kind of close to completion considering it's been going on for years. So, you know, it's kind of like, it's brilliant that they're now showing more of the more in-depth stuff to do with ETS2, and because it really gets you hooked onto the game. Because like, in a way, I kind of don't want to keep an eye on their blog, because like because then when you buy the game, it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's kind of like all sort of it's kind of all it's all secret. It's like you don't know anything about it. Like the ferry ports, if you don't know what the ferry port's gonna like, you drive to a ferry port and you'd be like, oh my god, this looks brilliant. Which I'm gonna be like that anyway, I think. But okay, we don't want to run him over. You know, you could walk around me. It's easier for you, but like, it's kind of like it'd be more of a surprise, and maybe may make the game slightly better and more in depth when you buy it, if you don't actually know what it's gonna be like at all, because it's just gonna be a complete shock and surprise to you. But then it's kind of like, well, hang on, no, because I really wanna see it, because I'm just hooked on that game, and it's just gonna be awesome to. It's great seeing it through its stages, seeing all the updates and stuff. It makes you want to buy it even more once you have seen the updates. This is a one-way street. How am I going the wrong way? I need to turn off fines on this, I think, because those are getting slightly annoying now, especially wrong way. It's like, seriously, I'm not going the wrong way. It's like one-way street. I mean, how can I go? What are you doing? Just step out in front of a truck, why don't you? Just raging at the people there. I don't think that's anything to do with the map maker there. It's just, I don't know how you apply routes to those guys. Yeah, that's right, you better wait for me. Don't know how you apply routes to the walkers and stuff, but you know, it's kind of like, you know, just casually step out in front of the thingy, it's fine. Same here, look, just walking slow. I just, no, why are you turning around? You stupid person. Turning around, we're making a truck wait. I want to try and get this load delivered on time. Although it's a bit damaged, so I don't think I think JWT may lose its contract with Royal Mail, but that's not really a bad thing. And I've just noticed my what is that? My FPS has gone quite low again. It's currently at 9, so rather laggy. But I think that's just the city. So hopefully when we leave the city, it turns less laggy. It's going 15 FPS now, which isn't bad. So yeah, I do really need to change wraps, like I said in the last video, so that it records 30 FPS instead of 60. Because I think 60 is a bit high. My game's never run at 60 FPS. But you know, I like to try and push my game, and I'm thinking of doing like trying to find out how to overclock my system properly and sort of safely, so that then I can really have 60 FPS going on my game, and then so that it doesn't kill my computer. But obviously, like, when you overclock it, you need to make sure that you're not on it for that long, because otherwise it'll overheat eventually, and my computer overheats. Well, it doesn't really anymore. My computer's temperature is like 70 degrees for my core 1, my first core, and then like 70 for the second. The other two are normally like 65 or something, so it's not too bad. But it's kind of like, obviously, when you overclock it, it's a lot worse. And I tell you what, this scenery, this sort of road here is really quite brilliant. I mean, I've driven on this bit a couple of, I think it was like a week or so ago now, when the map first came out, and I was just on it, and I was just like, well, I really have to just go on it, because it's just awesome. And this part, this road here, I think was sort of one of the first that I went on the new bit, because when the new update came out, I just had to travel on the new roads because of the pictures that we'd seen and stuff. And it just looks, I mean, you've got it, this is just really quite awesome. And then 7 camera there, don't want to do it for too long, because otherwise I'll end up crashing, because it's not easy to sort of show. And it'd be cool if like you could have sort of what's it called? It'd be cool if you could have I was just thinking of something. If you could have, oh yeah, no, I don't know. It'd be cool if like in ETS2 the 7 camera was slightly better, so they didn't sort of show you inside the truck, so it wasn't directly inside the truck, because that would be, and I can't say that I really like that much about this. And this is a sharp, steep hill, so let's just, I think that was done alright. I don't think I've lost much speed. It's, well, I'm losing a little bit. Oh no, actually, I do see it go to 24, but it's not actually. It's kind of like just sort of bouncing up and down 24, 25-ish. So that's not too bad. I would love to be able to drive on this and like with the 7 camera on this road, because it's just it really expands the view that you can see of the scenery and stuff. Like just this part here, I think it looks rather cool when you can just see all of that side to side instead of just what the cab can see, because I think you can just see a lot more when you look to the sides, like your cab and stuff. Now that's one thing that I've been curious about with ETS2, is that like in trucks and trailers you've got like the replay mode, so you can see your challenge, and I'm a bit curious to see if there's going to be sort of a replay kind of system on ETS2, like you finish a journey and then like will it give you sort of an option to view the replay if you pause it or something, because that'd be rather cool. Like if something happens or something in doing a video, then I could be like, oh, I'm just going to replay it and I can show you in the 7 camera. Like if there was like a cool part of the map or something, then it'd be like, I'll just put it on replay, show you 7 camera quickly, and it's like, yeah, that was cool. But yeah, I don't really know if that would be inserted into the game. I guess inserted would be the word. I think I have another word, but I can't remember it right now. So you know, inserted will do. But it's kind of like I wouldn't really have thought that SES would put that in there, because it's kind of like it sort of takes away the whole part of being a truck simulator, because obviously with trucks and trailers if you can view the replay, then it just makes, well, I've still got my map up, I don't need it up, I'm not really making many decisions, it's literally one way I think. But what I was going to talk about with ETS2, with the map side of things, let's go to the map side of things. The latest blog spot, as you guys are aware if you watched my last video, was the SES software released pictures of their map. They released a few different pictures, sort of one where it was zoomed in, where the map was zoomed in a bit, and then a couple where the map was zoomed out. And why are there police and traffic? Oh, has he been pulling? Oh, they've been pulling trucks over, have they? I hope they're not been. I hope these trucks haven't been bad. Glad I didn't get pulled over. They wouldn't have liked to see. They wouldn't have liked to have seen the damage on my trailer. Probably hidden damage by the looks of it. If they didn't pull me over, I'm guessing it's kind of like chassis damage, wheel damage and all that, so you know, quite lucky there they didn't pull me over, because otherwise I would have lost my load for sure. I'm putting my license for driving damaged good and unsafe vehicle. But with but back to ETS2 now. When they posted the pictures, they've done quite a few, and they've shown sort of they've shown, some of them had like icons and stuff, and my iPad just went off there. They've shown sort of some of the, well, they've shown the in-depth version of the map. So whoa, that trailer was I should have taken that slowly. I could have kind of seen that coming and I could have stopped, but I didn't. I was hoping that it wouldn't really have done that much, but you know, I turned into the AI and just like thought, stuff it. I'm going, I don't care what you're doing. Right, but like they shown pictures of like, like I just said, it shown pictures of the in-depth map, so it was like where the fuel stations are for airports, cities and stuff like that. And I tell you what, it looks really good, because they've got, when they first shown pictures of the map unfinished, I think it must have been like a month ago or something now, it was like they shown a picture that they shown like, I think it was Germany, because they're using the German Truck Simulator map, GTS map. I think I mentioned that in an old video, but like they're implementing the GTS and UKTS map into the thing, and I actually noticed with the UKTS part, with roads that Sparky added, I'm not sure about Stone Runners, but definitely roads that Sparky's added with his map mod, or Sparky's improvement mod, they've actually been added into ETS2, and it looks like SES Software have done it almost exactly the same way, which I think is pretty cool. They may well have seen Sparky's and thought, actually that's quite good, because it's added more countries and stuff, but because like everywhere else in the UK looks exactly the same, it looks like it does on my game without the ICOF map or Daniel's map mod or something. But back to the whole in-depth part of the ETS2 map, they shown it looks a lot better, because I was talking about sort of GTS and stuff, and it looks really good, because when I don't remember if I talked about this in the last video. I may have done. If I did, then my apologies for repeating myself. I can't really remember. I should really watch over a video and then sort of just sort of getting over. I should really watch over a video before I do it, and then make sure that I don't sort of repeat myself, especially when it's over the same subject kind of thing. But you know, it's just I just sort of talk about what comes into my head really, so it's not really going to be my fault entirely if that ends up happening. But back to the subject in hand, what I was trying to talk about. And is that a hot air? Oh, we're in a city by the looks of it. Another one. This is cool. I like the cities that we arrived in. Yeah, free. Oh no, wait, is this a city? I don't know. There's like 3 repairs. Oh, it's just, this looks like sort of a religious building, a religious area where people come to be religious and do religion stuff. Yeah, right, okay, that's there we go, right. But like when I first saw the pictures of the GTS map and ETS2 map, like it was kind of like, it looked like GTS was sort of overlooking the rest of the map. Like the GTS map was huge. The Germany part was huge, and then like the rest of it was small in comparison. But when SES Software released the latest pictures of their map, it really they've really done a great job to sort of merge the GTS map in with the actual ETS2 map, and they've actually made it. They've made all the countries look the same size, which I think is fantastic, and it's going to be great for driving on. It might mean longer journeys. I'm looking forward to seeing sort of the aspect ratio that the SES are basing the map on. Like, I know it's not going to be 1-to-1, obviously, because like 1-to-1 aspect ratio would mean you've got to, like, they'd have to do real time as well, I think. So you know, it's kind of like, which they're fully aware of, because I think they would love to be able to do a map where the aspect ratio is 1-to-1, but then it just brings it down to the whole fact that like you've got being 1-to-1, it means that you've got to have the time being in real life, the normal time, and you've got to have like everything else in. Did that cyclist just literally turn around on me? I think he did. But you've got to have everything in real time then, and it kind of makes you think, well, I don't know if you'd really want that, because like on this it's great that you can do one journey and then do the next pretty quickly, rather than having to take a really long time to do a journey, like realistic time. Because obviously I think you guys all know that like I try and make my game as realistic as possible with the heads-up display off and the map off when I can. I mean, if we had a sat-nav, then I'd have that on obviously all the time, but it's not. It's just like a little map on the top right corner, and it's not so good. But it's kind of like, I'm not sure if I would really want the map size and everything else to be the same in real life. I mean, I thought about the clock being the same in being the same as in real life, but then it brings it down to the aspect ratio being bad and wrong, and then it's like, oh, well, hang on, maybe not, because if you think about it, it's kind of like it's kind of like you it's like I had this all planned out in my head, and now it's just all gone kaput. It's like, no, I don't want to, don't say that anymore. No, but it's kind of like you would end up being able to do like loads of journeys in one day, one in-game day, and I don't think it would really be that good. And then when it comes down to sleeping, I'm not sure whether sleeping, yeah, I suppose the time which you sleep can be changed. So I guess that would be changed to realistic time, but it kind of it does just make you think, well, hang on, I don't know if you'd really want realistic time, even if the map wasn't realistic, because then you'd get like 10 journeys done in, no, I guess you'd get more than 2 journeys done in 1 hour in-game time. No, yeah, because like in real life I can get I don't know, I'd say I guess I can get one long journey from like Plymouth to Aberdeen maybe in, I'm not too sure, from Plymouth to Aberdeen could be 45 minutes, maybe an hour ish. So it's kind of like in real life that you wouldn't be able to do a Plymouth to Aberdeen run in 45 minutes to an hour, and so it kind of, I don't think you'd really want that. But even if the map was the same scale as in real life, I'm not sure whether that would be that good, because sometimes the great thing about these simulators, these games, is that you can just go from one delivery to another pretty quickly, rather than having to just do it in real life. Although I guess in having the aspect ratio being 1:1, I see flashing lights. I haven't driven on this, but it is worth mentioning that. And is that okay? An excavator, JWT plant hire, I think. Yeah, that's the JWT. Fire engines. Oh, okay, this is interesting. And a police. No, is that just a man in a hoodie, just casually standing there, making sure everyone drives around him? And it looks like there's been a bit of a disaster scene. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Wow. There's loads of stuff. There's like buildings in the ground, roads. What's up? Has this been like an earthquake or something? A TNT truck. Yay. You got crashed vehicles, like maybe it's a rock slide. I don't know, but it doesn't look nice. I mean, you've got all of that, and then you've got, oh my god, then you've got a JWC excavator there, just sort of trying to clear it out, but doesn't look like he's done anything. This is brilliant. It's things like this, because that's the great thing about this map, is that you get surprises like this, where it's kind of like you don't expect to sort of drive up to something like this. Same as at the start of this video, when I was at that sort of that hidden road-ish on that cliffside at the very top, like that mosque thingy. It's kind of like it's a surprise, and that's the brilliant thing about this map, is it's full of exploring and stuff. It's like you see a road and you think, I'm gonna go down there, see what's down there and stuff. So it's kind of like it's brilliant about this, because it's not like with the default map where everything's the same, and there's nothing to really look for. It's like it just surprises you all the time. Well, not all the time, I guess, but it's full of surprises. Like back there when we passed sort of the trucks being pulled over by the I guess they would be Indonesian Vosa people, I guess. But I mean, it's just things like that, and that's the thing that I'm really looking forward to with Daniel's map. He's adding loads of like sort of random events. I'm not sure that it will be literally random, where you see them one time and then you drive down the road again and they won't be there, but they're going to be in random parts of the map, and that's going to be sort of Vosa pulling over a truck and things like that. So that's the great thing about these maps, and that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to about ETS2, because they've posted pictures of like roadworks. I think I've mentioned this in a previous video. They posted pictures of roadworks, and it was kind of like, whoa, okay, I don't know how he does it. It'd be interesting to know actually how Evergreen, the maker of this map, actually managed to get the AI driving off road there, because that is quite interesting. If I'm guessing he's just sort of made it sort of a road under a road, so a dirt road, and then they just sort of start following the dirt road after a bit. And where's my it's down there. My FPS has gone down to 15 at the moment, which isn't the best. Well, it's not really that good at all. But it's not really the worst, I guess. It's not completely laggy, I don't think. I think hopefully a lot of you can put up with it. If you can't, then I'm sorry. I will try and sort out my, well, I say try and sort out my my video recorder. I know that I'll be able to. I know that hopefully just changing it so that it doesn't record 60 FPS would be the best thing to do. And just how far are you? So we're just coming up to Cubeman. I think I'm going to stop off there and then end the video there so that we can pick it up on the next video, because this feels like it's gone on for quite a while now. But just before we do, there is something which I kind of want to mention in this video, and that is what I talk about, because it seems that a lot of what I talk about is based upon the SES software blog, and I think I mentioned it a while back in a few videos ago, and a lot of what I talk about is also quite random and stuff. And I'm thinking, would you guys sort of be interested in listening to sort of me talk about something serious? Because like I don't really want to try and go for like it's kind of a bit. Are you gonna cross slowly then? Are you? Yes, come on, Volvo, run her over. No, come on, no. Oh, I don't know. I think it clipped her, but you know. But it's kind of like it's kind of hard to explain. But I would prefer, in a way, I'd prefer to listen. I myself prefer to listen to sort of people that sort of actually say something and actually means something. Same as music. Sometimes I prefer listening to a song which actually means something rather than just some random rubbish which just works well together. But I mean, it's kind of, do you guys prefer just some random rubbish that works well together like what I do, or would you? This looks like a bit of a bump. It's a speed bump. Speed bump must be okay. Let's go slowly because I don't want to damage my truck at all. Right, that was probably a bit slow, but you know. Oh no, it's not a speed bump, looks like a crack in the road. But like, would you guys prefer to hear me talk about like a set subject or a set of subjects, so like several, and just casually walking into a truck there? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull in, if I just pull along the road when I've just passed these vans actually. Yeah, why not? Come on, move! Move. But like that would be rather interesting to hear your thoughts on that, to know whether you'd want that. I mean, I guess I could have a go at writing like type in like a script type of thing, like, because obviously I think you all know that all of my videos at the moment are just me talking about whatever pops into my head and just saying stuff, you know. But I don't know whether you guys would prefer it to be sort of all planned, or whether you prefer just completely random and rather insane at times, you know. So please leave me your thoughts on that, and this brings me to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please give it a like. As usual, like I say at the end of every video, I love to know that you guys are enjoying my video. I know I'm going the wrong way, but I'm not really driving, so you know. I'll leave a comment, which is even better because it's the way I can reply and just be like, yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and goodbye.